Good morning, everyone. I am Teddi Phares, and I will be your host for the Monday, April 13th Daily Coup Connect. And the topic that I'm going to be discussing with everybody today is working from home, pets, and productivity. A lot of us have probably transitioned to working in a different environment during the stay home, stay healthy order. And with that comes a lot of new challenges, including working with pets in your new environment. As you can see, I have several animals. I have 2 cats and a very rambunctious dog. And so I'm hoping today that some of the tips that I've learned through working from home with my pets will potentially help you. My first challenge was definitely with my very, very rambunctious dog. When I was working from home for the last couple of weeks, she thought, cool, you're gonna be throwing the ball to me all day long and this is gonna be great, can't wait. But what it turns out is she's actually spending a lot of time on the couch, not getting the attention that she thinks she deserves and that she's used to when she gets to spend a lot of time with me. So talking about dogs, I want to talk about some tips for managing your dog during the workday. The first lesson that I learned is if I exercise my dog prior to the start of my shift, she seems to be in a better mood for the day, understands that we're getting into a routine, and it's changing some of the ways that we are working together, which is exciting. She definitely needs more exercise. I've noticed since I've been home than I probably was giving her before. I also try to put away toys at the end of the workday when I'm getting to spend a lot of time with her. It gives her some time away from the toys. She gets more excited for the toys the next day when I bring them out. And I try to spend that one-on-one time with her at the end of the workday, whether that's taking her for a walk, throwing the ball, trying to just encourage her to spend some time with me and so she can get away from her toys and be excited about them the next day. I also tend to keep the best toys and treats away until meeting times. It can be difficult with your Zoom meetings when you have a dog, especially like mine, who is a little rowdy, a little noisy. So I hide some of her favorite toys and some of her chewable treats that keep her really busy until I have a meeting that I really need her to be quiet and on her best behavior. Additionally, when possible, if you can take a few minutes or your break times to play with your dog, take short walks, hopefully give them a little bit of variety in what they're doing throughout the day so they feel a little bit more enriched throughout your workday, and hopefully spend a little less time sitting on the couch like my dog or destroying things in the backyard, things that she likes to do. If possible, separate your workspace from your dog. I'm really lucky I have a backyard space where I can have her spend some time out there. Other people may not be so lucky, so those breaks that they can take their dog outside, take them for a walk is probably even more needed. Also, keep equipment out of reach. My dog is kind of growing out of the chewing phase, but certainly anybody with those young pups or more high energetic dogs, keep them out of reach of your equipment, especially if you're not in the same room as them. Another option, if needed, is consider doggy daycare facilities or dog walking options. Of course, only if you can do that safely, maintaining social distancing. Give calls to the doggy daycare facilities in advance if you're concerned, and see what kind of protocols that they're putting in place to make sure that you're safe if you are going to use those facilities. And then take some time at the end of your shift to exercise your dog. The more exercise that I put in with Mimosa, my blue heeler, it seems like the better off she is the next day, and definitely is a little bit less rambunctious and disruptive during my workday. All right, moving to cats. And I also would like to point out that every animal picture in my presentation is either my own animals or an animal in HRS. So consider introducing new toys or enrichment during the day. My cats are a little bit older, but I have put out some new toys for them that seem to keep them a little bit occupied during my workday. They are definitely my biggest offenders for interrupting my Zoom calls. So consider if you have cat hammocks or cat trees, move them to different spots in the house than where you're at. Sometimes just a change in scenery can really help your cats go to different places and not potentially be disruptive during your workday. I also tend to put away those toys at the end of the workday, and then I swap them with different toys the next day. My cats tend to get really bored with toys really quickly, so the more I can shuffle them around and get different things in front of them, it seems like the better it is for them. If needed and possible, separate your workspace from your cat. I don't really have a way to separate my cats. I have some baby gates that I have up for the dog, but unfortunately they jump over them. So if you can, that might be a good option, but I recognize that cats are a little bit shiftier and can get into different spaces a little bit easier. Also keep equipment out of reach. I also have a cat that is notorious for chewing up cords. So I always put them away when I'm taking a break or if my equipment's gonna be unattended. Another thing to watch out for with cats that I have learned the hard way is don't leave full glasses unattended near equipment. They love to knock things down, and you certainly don't want to already add additional stress onto working in a new working environment. Also, as you can see in this picture as well, one of our HRS cats, if you put out a cardboard box or a storage bin, if your cat insists on sitting or walking across your keyboard, sometimes adding something in there, they like to sit in those odd little places. So maybe that will be a good distraction for your cat to keep them off of your Zoom call if you can. I have also seen people use decoy keyboards, setting up a different keyboard like right next to your workspace. Sometimes they may sit on that instead of sitting on your direct keyboard. Tips for managing new workplace drama. So that we definitely have some coworkers that don't get along very well. My dog and cat on a good day are frenemies. On a bad day, they are mortal enemies. So some tips that I have for you for managing any of that new workplace drama that you are probably not used to. If needed, separate animals during the workday and or important meetings. I definitely try to do this. My animals, when they get together, are really disruptive and chase each other and cause a lot of disruption, knock things over. So if you can separate them, that would be my #1 recommendation. Also ensure that all animals are receiving appropriate attention. That probably looks different for whatever pets that you have. And also try to reward good behavior if you can. Also, if needed, talk to an expert. Your veterinarian, boarding facility managers, or groomers may have tips for navigating any behavioral issues that might be occurring and give you a chance to kind of work through those in an efficient way. I also just want to say that you got this. Good luck from the HRS pets. Be patient with yourself, be patient with your pet. You're both navigating a new work environment and a new environment, so just give yourself some patience. Also be patient with your coworkers who are also navigating a new workplace with pets in the workplace. As you can see in this picture, these are just some of the animals in HRS. So talk to your colleagues and see if they have any recommendations that they use for their pets that you might be able to incorporate into your routine with your pets. But most of all, again, just being patient, rewarding the good things, and just trying to be as productive as possible in navigating your new environment. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed today and I hope you stay connected. There is a Daily Coup Connect tomorrow, April 14th. Alice Ma from Dining Services will be joining us with Mindful Meals, so be sure to connect on that. It'll be at 10 a.m. You can log in and get the information. Also connect with WSU HRS on Twitter, Careers WSU, WSU WellCoug. We have a Facebook page and a LinkedIn. Also connect with me. I have a Twitter at WSU Teddi. I would love to see pictures of your animals that are in the workplace and how you're navigating that. And I'm also on LinkedIn as well. Thank you again for being here, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.